Welcome to Fablecraft Friday. I'm Joey from Griftweaver, and we're here to talk about our next major release, version 0.21.0 of Fablecraft. I'm going to announce a few things for you today. First of all, this release is officially happening next week. We're looking towards the end of the week. We'll make sure to announce it on Discord and on Steam. Once it's live, of course, you'll have the patch notes and everything else as per usual. This release is a big one. It's got a lot of homebrew features in it. It's got a lot of lore-based features in it, so get excited. The other piece of news that I have for you is that this will probably be the last Fablecraft Friday video and devlog and update until the new year. I know we have one more Friday while we're still in the office, but we're going to be doing a more written article next week, so just be ready to pop into Steam if that's something you super care about. We'll announce that again on our Discord and on Steam, so stay tuned. But today I want to talk about 3 things that are coming in next week's update. First of all, there's Homebrew Battlemaps. Then we're going to talk about NPC Copy and Customize. And finally, we'll be talking about the Nice Dice campaign toggle. I know folks have been wondering what the heck we mean by Nice Dice. We're going to talk about that today, and I'll describe kind of how it works and how it's good for you and your players if you're a GM. But let's start with Homebrew Battlemaps. Well, before we begin, let's step back for a second. I did want to say that these features that are coming in, specifically the homebrew features, this is V1 of these features, right? So they're coming in with a lot of potential changes that we have in mind. They're not as feature rich or complete as they're going to be as we move through development. So we have fixes planned for some of this stuff and additional features coming. I'll talk about that as we move through them, and they're coming quickly, right? So we're going to talk today about Homebrew Battlemaps. We're going to be updating this feature set again in January with our next update. So this is V1. Be ready to talk to us about it on Discord. That's discord.gg/Fablecraft, or on our feature upvote website, fablecraft.featureupvote.com. Anyway, let's get into it. Like I said, we're starting with Battlemaps. So Homebrew Battlemaps are arriving, and they're pretty straightforward. If you've used the custom environments feature yet here in Fablecraft, it's a lot like that. So once you open up the side tray, you'll be able to add in a custom battle map, change its name and description, and then get it uploaded and ready to go. What's missing from this, right? So first of all, variants are coming. We're going to be adding them soon too, so you'll be able to do a day version and a night version of a battle map if that's what you want to do. But we also need to add in paintable, walkable terrain. So ultimately, and probably in January, you'll be able to actually paint on the battle map to sort of indicate like what's walkable, what's not. Maybe there's a pit, maybe there's a pillar or an obstacle or something that would prevent parties from traversing terrain in this space. At launch next week, that won't be in, but it is coming. We know that this is a key thing that people want, so just get ready for that. It's on its way. All right, how about NPC Copy and Customize? This is the first version of what we want to do for Homebrew NPCs. Makes it super easy and intuitive. You just be able to hop into an existing campaign, take a look at your NPCs, whether friend or foe, right-click, and then copy and customize. From there, you'll be able to add in your own portrait, give them their own name, subtitle, description, and then you'll be able to get to actually tweaking the enemy or friendly, I guess, themselves. You'll be able to assign their default team, their size, and even their level. You'll notice that with their level, as it goes up and down, so too do their stats. They'll get more health, more strength. They'll be able to hit super hard if they're a level 9, or if they're a level 1, they'll be a little bit weak. This is a really cool feature. We think it's a good way to kick off NPC homebrew for folks who are just getting into this space and don't want something that's going to require a ton of tutorials and YouTube videos. Very self-explanatory. And when it comes to the actual kit, the battle moves that they're using, right, it comes from the monster that you're copying. So if you right-click and copy and customize the Highland Dragon, you're going to get the Highland Dragon's moveset on this new character that's coming in. Eventually, we're going to take this off and make it so that you can be fully custom here, right? So being able to add attacks and animations from all over the place. That's the ultimate goal, but this is V1, like I said, and we think it's a pretty good solution for getting folks out the door with their own unique NPCs in order to homebrew their own stories. We hope you like it. Finally, let's talk about Nice Dice. You're going to see me on screen right now just rolling the crap out of dice. That's how I figure would be the easiest way to talk about how this works. Nice Dice is a totally optional campaign setting, so you'll be able to tick it on or off with the campaign settings menu while you're editing your campaign or while you're creating a new one. It's defaulted to off, so this won't be running unless you ask it to. Despite what you or your party might believe, Fablecraft's dice are truly random. but if you roll enough dice, then streaks are likely to happen. And sometimes a lot of fails can happen in a row, and that feels super bad. It can slow a game down, it can slow combat down, and it can put the GM in an awkward position. Whether you're really close friends with the people you're playing with or not, it can feel pretty bad if your party keeps getting a bunch of misses, right? So what do nice dice do? If you tick this on, it makes things feel more naturally random. How do we do that? The nice dice setting makes Fablecraft's dice roll pseudo-randomly. With this optional setting turned on, you're less likely to see a streak of missed rolls. The dice are still random, okay? You can still hit randomly, it's just that they're weighted to feel more naturally random. The goal here is that you'll be a lot less likely to run into a streak of sadness and stalled battles as every player misses their swings. If you start to miss a lot consecutively, we'll weight up the chances of you being able to hit. Give it a shot. Like I said, it's totally optional. It's going to be available in the campaign settings menu for next week. It's called the Nice Dice toggle. You'll be able to toggle it on. Try it out. Let us know what you think. That's it for this week's update. We'll be back again next week with the launch, but there won't be a Fablecraft Friday, like I said. The launch, again, we're expecting it to be later in the week. We'll announce it on Discord, give you the patch notes. You know the drill. We cannot wait for you to get in and see everything that's on display. It's not just these 3 things. You've also got that in-game lore guide coming and a bunch of bug fixes. Just get ready. It's a big one. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you for being here. If you are watching this episode, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek right now. Hold off on buying an adventure for like a week. We're going to be joining Steam's winter sale, and all of our DLC on Steam, and I think stuff in-game, will be discounted. It's next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern is when the winter sale starts, and I think our stuff is going to be listed at 20% off. So if you haven't purchased an adventure yet and you're thinking about it, just give it some time. It'll be on sale next week. Thank you for watching. I'm Joey, and I'll see you soon.